Nintendo recently dropped a trailer for Chilled Season 2023, and in this season, it was confirmed that we would be getting a new special called the Splattercolor Screen. It's basically a can that when thrown and hits the ground, creates a huge screen to slowly move forward. If an opponent passes through the screen, they would be damaged, their point of view would be temporarily become grayscale, and they would get this strange audio change with the effect.
I can't hear you!
Aye, aye, Captain!
It was confirmed in a Twitter post that enemy ink can still pass through it, and according to Nintendo, it's meant to be used tactically where it helps in dividing the opponents or hiding one's movements. It's an interesting special, so let's explore what this special could mean for the meta and the overall game. If you enjoyed this video, consider liking the video, and if you really love Splatoon and you're a true fan like you say so, you have to subscribe to this channel. Honestly, you have to. I mean, you have to. No, for real, please. I'm barely coming back. Please. Alright, all jokes aside, let's get started with the video. No, but for real, no, you should subscribe. I know how to use. Don't make me use. Splatoon 3 is currently in a very weird spot when it comes to the meta. There's really no specific weapon that defines what is considered the optimal way to play. For example, in early Splatoon 3 meta, everyone used Splash and Machine. They were the best weapons to play. A few months ago, Ballpoint became extremely dominant because Inkjet was so good. Zuka weapons rose temporarily given the buff to the 60 damage of the special, and while it may seem that Zuka is the meta, I think enough time has passed for us to realize that that's not really the case. I could go on and talk about this, but Chara already made a really good video explaining what it means by having no meta, so I recommend watching that video because he explains it in detail. Essentially, people right now just play weapons that can fight well. Use your mechanics to outskill your opponent with some good team coordination. For example, here's a clip from our Level Up run where we won the tournament and we didn't rely on double Zuka to win the tourney.
Beth, can we take it left?
I'm pushing left, I'm pushing left.
Going back. There's a bomb here.
Back.
Got one. Got two.
Okay.
Two in front, last two in front.
From
three.
here.
Just one.
Got four.
I got it.
Nice.
Nice.
I got it.
KO that. Yes.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Damn! Fucking better, dude. Holy shit.
The purpose of this video is to theorize if Screen will completely change the meta, impact it, or have no impact at all. So let's first talk about my thoughts on the special, the main weapons it's on, because that will have an impact on whether the special is viable, especially in its early states in the game. Splattercolor Screen comes into Splatoon 3 with a multitude of specials available in the game. In Splatoon 1, we had 7 specials, in Splatoon 2, we had 11 specials. And yes everyone, I am just consolidating all the bomb specials into one. And as of right now, Splatoon 3 has 18 specials, with a rumored 19th special with a file name of Pogo, which is believed to be a triple splashdown of sorts. We have a lot of specials in this game. We have some specials that are incredibly aggressive, focused on picking off the enemy, some focus on displacement and area denial, and others meant to really support your teammates. If there was ever a time where Splatoon had special diversity, it's Splatoon 3 because look at all the specials that we have. Screen fulfills an interesting role in this game though. It's a special that passes through temporarily meant to hide you like a smoke screen of sorts. It's pretty passive given how slow it moves, which is unique in this game because in Splatoon 3, how many specials take up space for a long period of time? It's really only Inkstorm. For 8 seconds, the enemy has to respect giving up an area, if not, they face the consequence of getting damage. The same applies for this new special. You have a special that can help a team slowly push into an area or retake an area where if an enemy does not respect the space the special takes up, they will experience damage and have visual and audio changes. That's what makes this special unique in a game filled with your Trizukas, your Zipcasters, and your Tri-Strikes. You have a special that can potentially slow down the pace of the game. Now, you can still obviously get Lottery Zuka because enemy ink can still go through the screen, but I think it brings a unique niche to the special balance in this game. However, it's important to understand, while this special could be pretty good, its success largely depends on what weapons it's on. During Fresh Season 2022, Super Chumps and Kraken Royale were added. At the time, we were given 2 weapons with Super Chump and 2 weapons with Kraken, so I think it's safe to assume that Nintendo would follow this pattern and give the player base 2 weapons with Screen for this season. And we've already confirmed which weapons those will be. They will be on Undercover Brella and Squeezer. It's important to know what weapons get the special, because in all honesty, a special could be good in concept, but if the main weapon is underwhelming, the special will see minimal usage. The usage and the viability of a weapon really depends on all core components of a kit: the main weapon, the sub, and the special. First is the Undercover Brella, and it is not the best main weapon out there. It's extremely underwhelming given its slow time to kill and weak shielding capabilities. Even if it gets a good sub like Torpedo, I find it hard to believe that Screen would change the meta if it was on a weapon like Undercover. This weapon has received so many buffs since the early days of its introduction in Splatoon 2, going into Splatoon 3, and receiving a couple more. No matter how stronger it gets, it sees minimal usage in competitive play. It's just not good. I think it'll have the same experience as the Royale Brella in this game. Royale Brella arguably got one of the best kits in the game with auto and inkjet, but it's seen minimal usage because there are just better inkjet weapons out there with a better main weapon that is more consistent. Unfortunately, Royale Brella just suffers a lot from net issues where it just feels terrible to play. Undercover, with its weak damage, will probably experience the same fate. But can the same be said about the other weapon that Screen will be on? Squeezer was just confirmed to have Screen in the introduction post of the special on Twitter. Squeezer is arguably one of the best main weapons in the game, with its amazing range, accuracy, and damage with decent painting capabilities. I absolutely hated this weapon in Splatoon 2 when it had Splat Bomb and Bubble Blower. The main reason being was that this weapon perfected the Bubble Blower combo and it abused the hell out of it. Just take a look at all the other kits that had Bubble Blower in Splatoon 2, and let's try to understand why. Why did Foil Squeezer rise above all the other ones, and the other ones were pretty underwhelming? Well, it's pretty easy to explain. Take Kensa's Splat Roller for example. It had Splat Bomb, a good sub that combos well with the Bubble Blower. But the main weapon itself wasn't really that good, and it didn't synergize well with the Bubble Blower. Or what about Forge Splattershot Pro? You could improve the main weapon's performance with MPU and it could be better, right? Well, it had Suction Bomb, which was a worse version of Splat Bomb for the Bubble Blower combo. It was less versatile and much slower. So at the end of the day, what you wanted to do is, if you wanted a Bubble Blower weapon, just play Foil Squeezer. It had better accuracy at the end of the day, and it had Splat Bomb, which is much more versatile than Suction Bomb. You get more bang for your buck with this weapon. So why am I bringing this up in a Splattercolor Screen video? Basically, all it takes is one weapon to make a special thrive or die in the competitive scene. If the argument that Foil Squeezer perfected the Bubble Blower combo because of its overall kit isn't enough for you, let me make it a little bit more relevant for you today in Splatoon 3. Take Super Chump and Kraken Royale for example. Super Chump has seen minimal usage in competitive play outside of Turf War. In Turf War, CDS is pretty popular, but we're not talking about Turf War, we're talking about the ranked modes. It's really seen no usage, even though I think Super Chump is a pretty good special, but the main weapons it's on right now are pretty bad. Kraken, on the other hand, has seen usage because 96 Gal is a pretty decent main weapon. The reason Kraken Royale works with 96 Gal is because it has a complete kit. It synergizes extremely well. 96 is a pretty decent weapon that can paint from far away, and the wall protects it. And if it wants to push in, it has Kraken Royale to do that. Overall, the sub complements the special and the main weapon complements the sub and the special. It basically goes all around. So what will be Splattercolor's fate? Will it follow the route that Super Chump has taken, or would it follow the route that Kraken Royale has taken? I think Foil Squeezer in Splatoon 3 has the possibilities of making a dent in the meta. I don't think it'll be meta defining, but I think it'll just be usable. It largely depends on what sub it gets, because right now the sub line indicates it is at 55%, so it'll probably get Auto Bomb. Now, I don't think this sub is terrible. It's pretty decent for Squeezer. What's up everyone, this is Gus at 1 a.m. in the morning. So after I made the prediction on my video, I decided to stay up just to make sure that that's what it was gonna get. And lo and behold, it did. So Foil Squeezer will be getting Auto Bomb and Screen, and the Undercover will be getting Torpedo and Screen as predicted. If just one part of the kit, the main weapon, the sub, or the special is just completely underwhelming and it just sucks, well, good luck on your future endeavors. I hope this new special makes some type of impact in some way, that in the same way I hope Super Chumps makes an impact in the future. Hopefully they'll be added on more stronger main weapons, because with the pace that we're going with kits, we may not have third kits for all main weapons, which presents its own unique problems, because maybe for Splatoon 3's lifespan, Screen or Super Chumps may never get a optimal kit or be with a great main weapon. Instead, we'll just have to wonder what could have been with these specials, or wait until Splatoon 4 if they're ever ported. You never really understand the viability of a special until it gets on a good kit, but that'll be a topic for a different day, because I kinda wanna talk about the pace that we've been going with kits in Splatoon 3. But for now, I'll leave it at that. As always everyone, thanks for watching.